doing my ultrasounds, doing tests, getting drugs, all for free.
Touchdown.
Get some in now, let your edge out. To some iceberg, you'll be heavy in my mind. Can you get the heck out? I need rest now, got me bummed out. You.
Today's video is about something that I'm about to spill. 3, 2, 1, drum rolls. It's my graduation, guys. Yes. Bonjour mes amis et bienvenue. Je m'appelle Anita. Aujourd'hui, je vais vous parler de mon court séjour à Paris. J'ai été une étudiante à Paris pour 10 mois, mais j'aimerais partager mon expérience et mon histoire en vivant à Paris. Si vous êtes intéressé, allons-y. Hi guys, don't worry, we're not having French class today, no. I just wanted to introduce to you what this video would be about. And if you look around me, the clue is right here. Yes, I'm wearing a PSG jersey to talk about today. Now, a lot of you do not know this, a lot of my friends do not know this, but I did a 10-month course in Paris. Now, I got full scholarship to study in the University of Saskatchewan in Canada. Full scholarship, guys. I think I'm going to put the proof here so you know I'm not giving you bobo. But then life happened and I ended up in Paris. I would like to tell that story. It's a whole lot to share, but I don't think I'm ready for it now, so I'm gonna keep pushing it until I'm ready. Meanwhile, if you guys are interested in hearing that scenario, what happened, I mean, let me know. I will share it. I honestly will share it. And then secondly, if you would like to know how to if you're interested in any information about getting full scholarship in Canada, I got it and I can share what I know with you in case it helps you. Okay, so let me know if you'd be interested in that video. So guys, yes, I did a master's in international finance and I schooled in Paris for 10 months. And that's not the full duration of the course. The course is a 1-year course. It's a 1-year program, but I couldn't wait to be back home because I was heavy. I think I wrote my final exams and the following week I was on the next flight to Canada. Yes, back to my home where there's love and there's TLC. And so on this video, I just want to share with you what I experienced as far as living in Paris was concerned, give you a view of what Paris is about from the horse's mouth. Okay, let's get into it. The first thing I'd like to highlight about living in Paris is that it is expensive. Housing is one of the most expensive things in Paris, and I think the reason why it's expensive is because it's a tourist area. Everybody's coming from different countries, especially in summer, and everybody wants to have a taste and a share of Paris. Do you get me? So, and there are limited places for people to stay, so it's very expensive to stay there in terms of accommodation. When I lived there for 10 months, I rented a studio. So their apartments come in studio, what we call self-contained in Nigeria. Exactly. So you have your room, your toilet, your kitchen, and everything just in one small space. But it was really cute. I lived in a condominium, and so I paid I paid 700. Was it 700? 700 euros thereabouts to live in a studio at that time in Paris. That being said, Paris is expensive because of accommodation. So while I was in Paris, I don't know if it happens in other countries, but I had free health care as an international student that was pregnant. Now, it is different in other countries. International students, they get like their own benefits, but if you are pregnant, I don't know if you get all that coverage, so you have to check in your country to be sure. I don't know how it applies in Canada, but if I get that information, I can put it up for you guys. But I'm speaking about Paris right now. I was getting doing my ultrasounds, doing tests, doing getting drugs, all for free. Yes, not entirely free. So for example, I have a bill, maybe I have an ultrasound now, and my bill is about 100, and my bill is about 150 euros, for example. I end up paying 5 euros, 10 euros, that's free. Or I have a drug of 40 euros, I may end up paying 1 or 2 euros. That's basically free. So I got free healthcare as far as my time as an international student in Paris was concerned. Another interesting part was this thing they called CAF. So CAF means that it's like a subsidy for accommodation. And as a student, I was eligible to get that. So I will get about $100 every month. Sorry, 100 euros every month to go into my accommodation. I get it as cash, so I decide what I want to do with it. And for the first 3 to 4 months, I didn't get it because it has processes, you have to apply for it. But then when it was time, I was paid everything in arrears. The money came like 700 euros, and it was like a block in my account at that time. So yes, it was very helpful for me, and I think it is easily accessible to international students. Almost everybody gets it if you apply and you have an apartment and you can prove that you pay for the rent. Okay, now moving on. Food in Paris is very affordable. I think that's one of the most affordable things in Paris. So if you're an African, now I'm speaking from a Nigerian perspective, I don't know how other countries groceries will be. African food in Paris is quite affordable, very, very affordable. My budget was way under $50, 50 euros in a whole month, way under 50 euros a month, and it was just me, and I home cooked the whole time. 95% of the time I was home cooking, and I spent under $50 a month. We buy okra, we buy plantain, we buy amala, we buy ewedu, we buy banga, we buy starch. Yes, food is very affordable in Paris. Now that is even African food though. Talking about groceries, like regular groceries, I shop from Lidl, Lidl. It was the biggest grocery shop close to me at that time. So every time I was going to shop, 85% of the time I was at Lidl. 10 euros, 15, 20 euros, you can buy a lot. Now I'm speaking for just myself. I was only feeding myself and maybe my pregnant self at that time. So it was really affordable for me. Paris has such solid commute system. I think one of the strongest transport system I've seen in a while. I visited quite a few countries, a very few countries, and the transport, the way the transport system is organized in Paris, I don't even think Canada has that, to be very honest. First of all, they have something that is called metro. So metros are like trains that run underground. We have trains, so trains that move around, normal trailways that everybody sees. They have buses, so they're like buses in every 5 minutes walk. You see a bus, so you can see a bus stop here. Before you move for like 5 minutes, see another bus stop. There are bus stops everywhere, and each bus is I think their lead time is around 1 to 2 minutes. So if you miss a bus here, in the next 1 to 2 minutes you can get another one. Now this differs for where your location, okay? But like in the center of Paris, that is how it works. It moves really fast. They have something that they call tramway. So tramway is like a type of bus, but it has a different system. It's usually in between streets. So buses don't go into the streets, but tramway goes into the streets. So a tramway will most likely almost cross your house. Do you get? Yes. Then another means of transportation is, like, of course they have Ubers. I think they have boats. I'm not sure, but I know they have the Ubers because I used them a couple of times. They have bicycles. So bicycles for rent. It's called Velo. I've forgotten. It's called something. If I remember, I can put it up here in the video for you guys. And those bikes, you can borrow a bike and use the bike to maybe ride for like 10 minutes. You park it somewhere and then you continue. The transport system is solid. So you get like a pass they call it Navigo Pass. Navigo Pass for a month is about 70 euros. So if you want to move around Paris anywhere, anytime, any day, but around Paris, I don't think it cuts across other cities in France. But it has like its jurisdiction. It's for 70 euros roughly. If you are a student, you get discounted for like about 35 euros. I'm not sure, I can't remember all the details, but I know you get a Navigo Pass. So guys, my experience in Paris was overall beautiful, I can't lie. Although I was heavily pregnant throughout my stay, but the Lord was doing what only the Lord could do. He was taking care of me. And my classmates, oh no, they were so mindful of me. They kept pouring me love. They cared for me in class. Sometimes in class I would throw up and I would not feel a type of way. They would just always be, they were always warm towards me. They would get me stuff. They would check on me. Oh, how's your baby doing? Sometimes they would even rub my tummy. Do you know if it's a boy or a girl? They were very excited for the entire process, to be honest. And I'm particularly happy to take my son to Paris so they get to also see him. I think at the time I'll be posting this video, I'll already be in Paris. But don't worry, you get a share of your video in a short while. Thank you so much for riding with me. Thank you for all the love you spill on my channel. I love it and I am grateful. See you in the next video. Bye.
But I've been thinking about what I wanna do with you.